I've played Final Fantasy XIV for 9 days now, and every day I feel a little more attached to this world. I feel a little more invested in my character. The world feels more like home, and I make more friends. I can't stop playing the game, and I want to play it every single day. And I love sharing my experiences with you. So today is day 9. What's up, everyone? Those of you that have been here for a while will know that the intro changed. It has. So, yeah, I do have a bit of an announcement. I just want to kind of chat to you all and talk about something, but I am going to leave that till the end of the video. So if you just want to enjoy the video for what it is, you can turn off when we get there. So, yeah, just giving you a heads up. So other than that, let's have fun and get into day 9. And as always, there will be spoilers going forward from here. So one thing I never understood, ever since I joined a grand company, I joined the Maelstrom, by the way, till the sea swallows us all. I never understood what to do, what they were for. So I went over there and finally started checking everything out. So you can donate items and get some company seals, and you can kind of give stuff to them to get rewarded. So you've got supplies, provisions, and armor. So I had a look at what I could give, and I gave pretty much everything I had on me that I could give. And it gives you experience and company seals. So I should definitely have been doing this much longer than what I've been doing, because I've definitely missed the trick here. I had about 5,000 seals, so I saw there's a shop where you could buy stuff, but you can also promote yourself here. And yeah, I completely, maybe someone said this in the comments, but I did not know this. So I did my first promotion, so now I need to actually give stuff in here to get my company seals. If there's another way to get company seals, let me know, because it looks like you need quite a lot. Is the best way just to go here and, yeah, so I can't afford the second rank, the next promotion. So I'd love to know in the comments what the best way of getting these company seals is. Like, I don't just want to grind it, but if there's a really optimal way of getting these, or something I can just do tick off every day, I'd love to know. And with that done, it was time to do a little bit more of the main story. I know, right? Crazy. So yeah, we did some main story, and this one was set in Limsa, which is, of course, my favorite place to be. And I mentioned in my last video that generally, in between dungeons, the grindy quests are getting more grindy and a little bit more tedious, but the dungeons are getting more rewarding and the story's getting more rewarding. It definitely improved with the Limsa storyline. I thought this one was a lot better. So like stuff like this was like a thing where you had to destroy the rock before your opponent, and he kept trying to trick you so you could go and attack him. And yeah, there were a lot of little things like this that were just outside of just fetch quests and kill quests. They're just a little different. So I think this part of the story has engaged me a lot more leading up to the next dungeon for sure. And then after doing a bit of main story, I always like to reward myself. So, and that's normally in the form of something not productive. So I went to culinary school. So we learned how to be a cook, a chef. You go to this big restaurant and then they teach you how to cook, give you a frying pan. This didn't grab me really. I think early on, all you really do is go to the guild supplier, buy parts, and then cook them. So it was like buy butter and then melt it. I don't even know, something like that. But it was super simple, and it hasn't really grabbed me. And then the quest didn't really grab me either. So I'd love to know if this is worth carrying on. Like, is this got a good backstory? Is it fun? Is it worth doing? Because it hasn't made me want to keep going past like level 10, because I've not really left this restaurant. I've literally been doing this for about 15 minutes. So yeah, I'd love to know if someone's taken this all the way to the end. Is it fun? Is it worth sticking with? I think I was just in the mood to try everything at this point. So I keep seeing people with these books, and everyone gets this book out and then does these really cool spells. I don't know if multiple classes use the book, but one that I know used it was the Scholar. So I went and took the Scholar class to see what that was like. And yeah, magic seems really fun. Up to this point, I haven't given magic a chance at all. I've tried a lot of like melee classes, and I've tried a tank, but I haven't really tried casters. So I thought I'd give this a try, and yeah, it seems pretty cool. So you could summon these cute little monsters that fight for you, and then you could put like damage over time abilities on the enemies. And yeah, it seems fun. I think if I'm gonna go with it, I might try more like white mage, black mage. I think I might try that, because I don't know about my first caster being a pet class, because I played a warlock a lot in World of Warcraft, and pet classes never really felt like I was casting. I was just dotting and sending my pet in. So I would like to try a proper, like blasting them with damage or blasting heals, that kind of thing. But yeah, I just want to try something new. So I got this up to like level 10. The story seems really good here, though. I do think the story would be worth sticking with. The characters were pretty cool. And then I stopped messing around and went to do some questing again. And I saw probably the coolest mount I've ever seen. What is this? It literally was a floating, spinning, reflective cube, and it's like you're looking into a different world, and there's like this really small character on top of it. This is honestly the coolest thing I've seen. It really, really shocked me. I just stood there looking at it for so long. And then it turned into it turned from a cube into a ball. So yeah, the mounts in this game are so good. Honestly, I always thought World of Warcraft was so good because of the mounts. Like, they really do have a lot. But the quality and like how different they are in Final Fantasy, it really does shock me, especially the multi-seater ones. I really like them. And then it was time for the next MSQ dungeon, BrayFlox Longstop. BrayFlox Longstop. We went to the jungle. Yeah, and this is cool. This is cool. I think from the mana onwards, everything is getting a little better. Yeah, I really like the mana, and I like this one. I think there was a bit of a struggle from Stasha to the mana. They were a little behind in terms of, I don't know. Something felt a bit behind, but the mana and this one feel like they're on a completely different level. Maybe we're out of the beginner dungeons and we're into, you know, am I a pro now? Are these pro dungeons? No, but they're like they're intermediate, I think. They just seem to have that extra element of them. I appreciate the beginner dungeons at first because I was a beginner, but it's nice to have a bit more of a challenge in these ones now. And again, I think I say this in every single video, the boss was really cool. So he did this thing. When you fight the first boss, he comes in and just yeets the first boss out of the way just to show you how strong he is, and then flies off. And then when you fight him at the end, he's got this really cool mechanic that, I mean, I've seen this in a World of Warcraft raid before, and it's in a dungeon, which is really cool. He kind of drops these big puddles of poison, and if you leave him standing in the poison, he heals. I think I saw him healing. So yeah, this is a really, really cool boss. And then he does these big like AoE pillars that go out. Yeah, really, really, really good boss. I really like this dungeon. I think if the mana is number one, either this or Stasha is number two. So yeah, big fan of this one. Really liked it. And then I try not to show too much of the MSQ, mostly because between dungeons, there's a lot of just talking to people and traveling around. So just know that I have done about 4 hours of MSQ to get to this next dungeon. So with that done, I just wanted to take a little break. So as you can see, we went to this like beach place, met up with a few friends in the game, and yeah, we were trying to think of something to do. So we just messed around for a little while, and then we decided, well, they suggested that we try and make some progress in Palace of the Dead because floor 6 is not very far. So yeah, we did some Palace of the Dead. And my thoughts on this really haven't changed. I still think it's a really fun and exciting thing to do. I don't know if it gets, you know, a little tedious when you start pushing like floor 100, but we got to floor 40, I think, in one night, and it was really fun. I mean, it did take a couple of hours because we weren't the fastest, but yeah, it was really fun. I really did like it. I think there's a lot of variety between the different floors and the different creatures, and generally just had a really good time in here. And I think I was level 30 something going into this, and I only had one of the jump abilities. So as we progressed, started to get some really good abilities for the Dragoon and actually see what the late game feels like. So I'll show that here. Please apologize, my hotbars are not looking good. I did change it after this because I realized that they were not sustainable going forward. You get a ton more abilities around 50. I think I'm level 51 in the Palace of the Dead right here, and I had 3 jumps, and I wasn't really sure where to put them all, but yeah, it feels so much better with all the cool abilities. So I think this is like the jump, the big explosive jump, and there's just so much more to do, and there's like a rotational system that comes in, like hitting from certain directions, I think, but I'm still getting used to it because it's my first time getting overloaded with all these abilities, but I really, really have more drive to carry on with this class now, because it was feeling a little clunky, but playing it a little bit to see what it's like at 50 makes me really want to keep playing it and see more of these abilities. Another cool thing was you got this this thing that dropped that let you transform into different monsters. So I had one that turned me into like a succubus, and you get this giant void fire, so you can see the big fire on the boss. So it literally just transforms you and gives you one skill instead of your normal rotation. That's a really cool and interesting thing, I think. There was another one we got that turned someone into like a big minotaur or like a big monster. I'm not sure if I recorded that, but yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do in here. And then the funniest thing happened. So throughout the dungeon, throughout the Palace of the Dead, I was getting mocked because I hadn't changed my glam on my Dragoon from what we was wearing at the beach. So everyone said I didn't look fit for battle. And then another group turned up coming out of Palace of the Dead, and their Catboy was in a similar sort of like open top beachwear. So everyone was mocking me here. And then they were just saying that Catboys are always topless. So yeah, this was super funny. And then we stayed and chatted with this next group of 4 for quite a while. And yeah, I thought this was really funny. We just chatted for a while. It reminded me a lot of that scene in Shaun of the Dead. I don't know if that's a really old man reference, where like the 2 groups meet in the alleyway, and they're like 2 sets of main characters. Hey, if you've not seen it, that makes no sense. But if you have, you'll get the reference. And then after chatting for like 15 minutes, they, well, would you believe we started betting, right? So I'm not taking the blame for this. I know I've got the gambler title, but please don't assume this was me. It was somebody on their team suggested a race. So they said, let's race to the next floor and the winner will win 15,000 gil. So obviously we took them up on it. You've got 2 sprouts and one of them's me. So you can imagine this was not a fast run, but we took them up on it. Not because we thought we'd win, just because we thought it'd be really funny. So then presumed the most speedy and stressful 10 floors of Path of the Dead we've played so far. So yeah, we took down the boss, and I'm not going to bait you or keep you waiting. This is what happened. So we head to the exit, and we were feeling really confident. We went really fast. We speed ran that thing. We thought we would kill it. And then we head through the exit, and just look what met us. No. So yeah, they cleared it much faster than us. They beat it. Apparently they beat it so fast that 2 out of the 4 people got so bored of waiting they left. So yeah, we really messed up here. And then a mixture of, you know, because I accepted the challenge and because I probably slowed everyone down, I offered to pay the 15,000. Very honest. I know I'm a man who pays for my mistakes. So yeah, we traded them their winnings, and yeah, this was super fun. This was a really good evening. I really do like Palace of the Dead. I can imagine it would get quite grindy and tedious if you're doing it like every day, or if you're really trying to sweat it every chance you get. But it's something just to do with friends every now and again for fun. I really enjoyed it. I don't think I'd like it so much solo. I really didn't have as much fun when I did it on my own. But yeah, it's just a place to just go and hang out with your friends. I really like it. And I guess we're saved to this instance now, so we're going to be coming back. And then the first time I did this solo, I didn't get any rewards because I didn't really make any progress. But this time, we got about 6 of these bronze trimmed sacks. I've got no idea what rewards you get late game or like past floor 100. But yeah, all I got was like 6 of these bronze sacks. And I wasn't expecting much here. I thought it'd just be like a few like weird items, cosmetics. I got a bit of magicka, but I did get something I was super excited for. So I've played a lot of the old Final Fantasies. So when I got my boy Tonberry, I was pumped. This minion is one of my favorites right now. And I think Amelia got the panda as well, which can sit on your head or your shoulder. So yeah, we got some pretty cool cosmetics here. Probably not rare or anything, but they felt really cool. And the minion runs at you with a knife. So as you run away, it looks like he's chasing you. And honestly, this is my favorite minion right now. It looks like he's chasing you with a knife. And then I did some more main story. So there was a lot of tedium in traveling around and doing these little quests. And it all tied up here. And they said, you know, we've been putting you through your paces and we gave you these tasks. And every one of us gave you a task and we wanted to prove that you could do it. So these are kind of all the tasks that we got put on by all these different people. And they basically said, you passed our tasks and now you're strong enough to face the Titan. In I went to Trial 2, the Navel, I think it was called. Now, obviously, this guy wasn't as iconic as Ifrit. Ifrit is someone I you know, he's in all the Final Fantasies. I absolutely love the character, so I was in awe at Ifrit. But this guy was still awesome. And although he wasn't as, you know, he wasn't my favorite character, the Titan, the mechanics of the boss was so much better. The Ifrit fight was kind of a joke compared to this. This was really a step up. There was so much more going on. There were like all these different levels to the fight. You had to like jump in and out of all these different AoEs. So he'd like come and pound the ground and you had to move out the right place. Obviously, I made a lot of mistakes because I didn't really know what I was doing the first time. But yeah, whenever there was something on the floor I knew to move. I think there's a lot of stuff you couldn't move out of, but maybe I just need to play it again. But yeah, he did like the big pillar smashers, he did these big leaps into the air, and he did this zone-wide AoE. I think this was a much more interesting fight, and I really, really enjoyed this one. Yes, still from what I said at the start, trials are the best content and the best enemy content I've found so far in the game. I think the ability to just go in and fight one boss is so good, and it's something World of Warcraft tried in the past. They've tried to do these one instance bosses, and then they never did it again, really. Well, not really. They've not fully utilized it, and I think they do it so well in Final Fantasy, and I'm all for it. I think it's a great way to do this style of content and not make it tedious. And of course, yeah, we got the fourth crystal, I think. So we are making progress on the main story, finally. And then, of course, we got this epic moment again with all these people with these crazy names. I've got no idea who they are or what they're a part of. I just know that they fly around in those spaceships, and they seem pretty evil. And that is still the cookie trail I'm getting. I know that guy has a card, and we got it yesterday. But yeah, really don't know too much about them. They're watching us grow, and they seem very invested in our journey. So I feel like it's all going to come to a close soon. I don't know if this is going to be the end of ARR or whether this leads into the expansions. I really, really don't know. So I'm excited to see more of the story, but I'm ready for answers now. I'm ready to see who they are and to actually talk to them. So yeah, am I going to see that soon? I'd actually want to know. But yeah, the story is awesome. Hopefully this video is a little bit longer than usual, and that's kind of what I want to do going forward. And I said at the end I'd have a little announcement chat kind of thing, and I just want to be open and just talk about kind of the direction of these videos and this channel and my experiences going forward from here, because I do think things are going to change a little bit. So obviously I just want to be open and talk to you all about it. One thing that's been on my mind a lot is on the last 2 to 3 videos, a lot of the comments are saying, I'm loving this journey, please don't stop, or how long is this series going to last, or I'm worried that you won't stick it out till Heaven Sword or whatever the other expansion is. And I'm seeing so many of these comments, and I'm replying to them all saying, no, I'm going to keep going, I'm really enjoying it. So I just wanted to address it to all of you, really. This started out as an experiment, really. I've played WoW for 15 years, and now I'm trying Final Fantasy, and that could have lasted a day. I could have got bored after a few hours and quit, and that could have been the end. But that's just not what's happened. The longer I play this game, the more immersed I'm getting in my character and the world, and the more I feel invested in this game, and I just want to play it every single day. And it's not just that, because there's thousands of people on YouTube who are along and invested in this journey. And then on Discord, we have over 500 people, and I sit in text chat chatting to them. I sit in voice chat chatting to different people. We've been doing stuff together, and the community is formed around me, but it's self-sustaining now. There's people that are from NA, and they play when I'm asleep, and they group up and do stuff together. I see all the messages when I come back on in the morning, and there's such a sense of community, and I'm making so many friends. I get off work, and I either sit in the free company house, or I sit in Limsa, and I just chat to people for hours. And I'm going to be honest, guys, Eorzea just feels like home now. So first, don't be worried that this is ever going to end. While ever you are here, I will keep making content. And that kind of takes me to the next thing I wanted to talk about, and that's the direction of this channel. So I've been working really hard to get a video out every single day. And if you count the live stream we did at the weekend, that's 10 days in a row. But it's not sustainable, because there's going to be points where I do just want to chat to people all day, and I do just want to do the social side of the game or do the crafting. And I don't just want to say, so here's what I did in a day. I chopped trees for 4 hours and then sat in Limsa, because I feel like I'm just dragging the content out for you guys and not making it as entertaining as possible. So going forward, I do want to spread these videos out to maybe every other day, or as soon as I have enough to make a good video. And maybe that's going to be a longer video. Maybe it's going to be like a 20-minute video, but it's going to be every other day. And freeing myself up like that, to have less editing time and less uploading to YouTube and going through all that, I should have more time to stream, which is something I really want to do more. We had a stream on Sunday, and there were a max of 600. We had an average of over 500 people, and we just sat in the Golden Saucer playing games, racing chocobos, and just having fun. And so many people came along and turned up. And I want to do more of that, maybe on YouTube, maybe on Twitch. I think I'm going to throw a poll up to see what you prefer. But I do want to I want to kind of cut this into my journey will be on YouTube, and you'll see that, but it's going to be more. You're going to get more value in the video. I want to put more into these videos, but just pace them out a little more. But then I also want to stream off of that to just have fun and get to know you all better. Embrace the community that I'm loving so much, because I think that's quickly become the best thing I like about this game. I really hope you're into that. If you do want to just keep seeing these, 12, 13-minute videos every single day, let me know. But they are getting hard to sustain now. Yeah, I really hope this change is a good one, and I hope you're all on board with it. But I understand some people won't be, so I'd love to know what you think in the comments. Other than that, thank you so much for watching and listening to me ramble on for so long. Everyone take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.